It's your boy, Jeff Jones.
It is the one, the only upset specialist, Thomas Boykin.
Yeah. Always and forever. Who? Mr. Mike Jones.
All right, fellas, we back at it again. Let's talk about it. NBA news, NBA big time, NBA playoff series going on right now. Actually, a lot of sports going on, but NBA news. As we look at the NBA, there's been some shockers. I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start with the Warriors and the Kings series. What's your take on that playoff loss from the Warriors?
It comes down to what I talked to earlier. Yes, they have the firepower to win it, but as me and Mr. Mike Jones stated earlier, if you have a problem on the road, you have a problem on the road. And it's not going to automatically go away just because you're in the playoffs. You have to solve the riddle of being on the road. If you can't solve that riddle, they will not win this series if they don't solve this riddle. They won't. Sacramento's too talented and too good, and they're playing too well. There's no mistake about it. And their offensive capability came through in the clutch. So you got to figure something out. What you got on them, Jay?
Yeah, man, I kind of predicted this, but to allude to what you were saying, man, like you got to win on the road. But the way I saw that game could have went either way. They was both shooting lights out. I really didn't think Golden State played all that bad, to be honest.
No, they didn't.
They was didn't. Right there. They was right there to the very end.
It's not like they got blown. It's not like they got blown out. They didn't get blown out.
Right.
Something this big that they're missing on the road that they can't get over the hump.
Yeah, that's true. But Sacramento, they are a very skilled offensive team. So whenever they go to Golden State, man, my thing is can Sacramento take it the distance? If so, man, this is gonna be one tremendous series. And I told people, man, when Kawhi Leonard want to play ball, that boy can play some ball. I'm just telling you, he out there putting everything in the hole. I'm sorry, I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping. Fox. I'm talking about Fox, man. Fox. Yeah, Fox, man. Hey, I did not realize that boy had game like that, man. But he showed whenever he want to play, man, he can play. Yeah.
Definitely 38 points in that game. But what I noticed, what stood out to me, fellas, in that game is that Sacramento, this is the points in the paint advantage that they had over the Warriors, 60-44. And I've said this, and I still continue to say it, that the Warriors are soft in the middle. I mean, they kind of address it a little bit, but I still think that they're a little soft in the middle.
They have been since they lost Bogut. When they lost Bogut in the post in the other champions, the other big guy they had in the middle, they took away some of the punch in the middle that they had. Now they're just relying on slashing and jump shooting. It's a difference. It's a difference.
And then too, which guy they drafted Wiseman to kind of be that big man.
He's not that guy.
He never panned out for him, man.
He's not that guy.
Yeah, which he's no longer on that team, I don't think. But so yeah, Draymond pretty much have to do it all.
Yeah, Draymond's gonna get a workout this series. I guarantee you, he's gonna get a workout.
Hey, but he working it though, man. I gave the brother some props, man.
Oh, yeah. That's why I told you, as an undersized fella, he do work.
Yeah, I think that they'll bounce back. I think they'll bounce back. I think this is a wake-up call. The Kings are not to be taken lightly. No. Mike Jones, you said it. They're no pushover team. They're not to be taken lightly. And I think that this is a wake-up call. And I believe that Golden State will eventually turn it around. It's going 6 or 7. Definitely.
It's going 7.
And I got Golden State winning it in either 6 or 7.
In my prediction, I predicted Golden State to win it, but I told people if they have to win one on the road to win this series. If they don't win one on the road, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a big problem.
Steph Curry had a good look. I don't know if you all remember that last shot.
Oh, yeah.
He had a pretty good look.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He had a Steph Curry look. You can't argue about that look. If you don't knock it down, you don't knock it down.
Well, fellas, let's turn our attention to Thomas's LA Lakers. The Lakers went into Memphis and shocked the Grizzlies. I really was shocked by what I saw, especially the way that they closed it out towards the end. The Lakers were on fire.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they put in work, man, and it wasn't the usual suspects at that. It was Reeves and Hachimura putting in that work.
And Anthony Davis holding it down in the post.
So when you look at this, fellas, what's your take on this? You think this is a fluke?
No, this is not a fluke. This comes down to, like I tell all my LA fans, everybody thinks, oh, it's about LeBron. This series is about LeBron. This series is not about LeBron. This series is all about Anthony Davis because there's no answer for him in the post. And if they don't wear this middle out, something's wrong. Something is real wrong because there's no answer for him. Jaren Jackson has no answer for Anthony Davis at all, period. And if Reeves is going to keep playing like this and Reeves going to keep, man, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Because Reeves is showing you he's no slouch player. You got to take him for real. And Schrader is still going to be Schrader. So you got to deal with it. The only big problem that they didn't see is LeBron being on at the same time. Because LeBron didn't really have that great a game. But they haven't played a game where all them are on and LeBron is having a good game. Then it's a big problem. It's a big problem. And with your boy going out, Ja Morant going out, that's a bigger problem. So now you got to depend on guys that, you depend on them before, but not in the playoffs. They don't bowl well without Morant in the playoffs. It's been proven already. What you got on them, Jay?
Yeah, I was kind of laughing, man. The other day when it was the first half when Anthony Davis, man, was talking about he couldn't move his arm. Man, if you had went to Twitter, all these social media sites, man, they was dogging the boy. They said another event, man, for Anthony Davis, man. We can't count on him, man. It was fun.
Yeah.
Hey, man, boy, hey.
Even Stephen A. Smith jumped on that bandwagon. Here we go again. Another injury. I'm like, man, if you don't let this guy rest, man.
Hey, he came back, man, and he did his thing. I'm gonna tell you, man, the Lakers, man, I think they have a lot more players to throw at you, man.
They do.
They can throw players at you in waves now. And I don't think Memphis has a bench. Memphis bench ain't nothing like what the Lakers got now. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can pop off for the Lakers. I mean, be it LeBron, he can pop off. AD. But like you said, Thomas, this game is all about AD. If AD is getting his touches and scoring buckets, man, they are unstoppable. I don't see how they can be beat. I really don't. And for us with Memphis, man, they lost home court advantage, man. And so now I just don't see them. For whatever reason, I think this first game right here to mess Memphis up, man, mentally. psychological.
It might have. It might have.
I don't see him coming back from this.
And Mike Jones, if you remember, it was you who said that whoever the Lakers face in the first round, you believe that they will beat them.
Yeah.
And I feel like this. I feel if the Lakers can stay healthy, now that's the key. If you can keep LeBron and Anthony Davis healthy, I think that they're going to pull this series off.
Barring no popping the feet and everything else.
If they stay healthy, I think they're going to pull this series off.
Yeah. I believe that. And this might turn into a 5-game series. I don't know. It might.
Yeah, I agree.
It might turn into a 5-game series. If Memphis is not careful, they'll get swept. If they're not careful, they're going to get swept.
Yep, I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And that's something I didn't see coming was a sweep.
Yeah. Who would ever thunk it, man?
Not at all. Even with the injuries, even with the key injuries, I still predicted a 6 to 7 game series. But when you're looking at losing John Morant, and they didn't really look good in the middle, and they ended the game shooting terrible, nah, that don't bode well.
And I tell you, man, I think it was a blessing in disguise that LeBron did get hurt, took some time off when that team first got together and was gelling. They knew, they found some confidence within themselves, and then you add LeBron in there, you know what I'm saying? That's they nice. They nice.
Facts.
You got to give the Lakers their props. I thought they looked pretty good down the stretch, man. They really did their thing down the stretch. I'll turn our attention to the other series in the East, another one. Let's say the Heat and the Bucks. Fellas, were you shocked at the outcome of this game? The Heat winning 130 to 117 over the Milwaukee Bucks at home?
I'm going to say this, and this is just me from what I watched of the game, because I watched a good amount of that game. I don't think the whistles were consistent that game. I don't think the whistles were nowhere close to consistent at all that game. Because if you look at the post play and the foul differential, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. The stuff that they were calling offensive fouls, especially with Kevin Love, I'm like, come on, dude, really? Then the one with Lowry, my man, pulling up for a jump shot. How do you get an offensive foul pulling up for a jump shot? Come on, man. Then you get Giannis going to the hole, the guy bridge him. Come on, man. But, I mean, to their credit, I mean, you got to give the Heat their due. And plus with Tyler Hero and all them cats was knocking down threes like it wasn't nothing. I mean, them cats was knocking them down. I'm like, wow, this is a problem. And Jimmy Buckets was going off at the same time with this going. That's a problem. But if I'm the Bucks, the only problem I have with the Bucks that game is they depended too much on the jump shot instead of going to the post. Because they already showed you early, Portis showed you in the early, dude, give me the ball. Portis was killing the cats in the post. Dump the ball in. There's no answer for it. Jimmy Buckets got no answer for that. Man, they got too much size not to go into the post. This is why I tell people all the time, if I'm coaching Giannis, you wouldn't be doing all that excess dribbling. Go to the post, set up in the post, shoot your little turnaround, over the shoulder left, over the shoulder right, 10-foot jump shot, less wear and tear on your body. But you coming down full steam, everybody knows you want to drive to the rack and dunk the ball to drive to the rack and create penetration, which everybody's hip to. Kevin Love showed you, hey, you're going to come in here. I'm going to set you up for a charge. I'm going to get the call. Because I'm a veteran, I'm going to get the call. Dude, Learn. The one thing I tell them, learn when you see him set him up to where you're going to take the charge, pull up and shoot the jump shot. It's simple. Take what they give you. Instead of trying to force the issue, take what they give you. It's what the great ones do. What you got on it, MJ?
Yeah, when it comes to playoff time, man, Miami Heat, they always on top of their game, man. And like you said, Jimmy Buckets, man, he gonna get buckets, man. Hey, he can turn into a Michael Jordan playoff, man, at any given Sunday, man, any given day. But it was like I was telling Jeff a little earlier. I don't think they can sustain that style of play through the series.
No.
Once the big fella gets back on the court, man, and they get some type of rhythm going, it's gonna be it. I give this game four. It's gonna be 6 games, 4-2. That's what
especially with them losing. Especially with them Hero losing his mind and he broke his hand. I'm like, come on. Yeah. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's gonna be a problem.
And to have to score, like Jimmy Butler, man, to have to score almost 40 points a game, man, that's a lot. You're asking a lot, man, from a guy, that to sustain in a playoff. I mean, I ain't saying he can't do it, and he might do it, but I just don't see it, man.
If I'm coaching that set, we'll make him take tough shots, but we shut everybody else down.
Yeah.
Because even Kevin Love, I'm like, come on, Kevin Love in threes now, really? Really? That's what we doing now. I'm like, this mug here, man. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's in the cards for them to win today. Kevin Love knocking down threes. Yeah, it's a problem.
Kevin Love had 18 points. They shot 60% from the 3-point line. Now, you're right. Nobody's going to sustain that.
No.
And the Bucks missed a lot of threes, a whole lot of threes. They were 11 to 45 from the 3-point line. I think I just would have stopped jacking up threes if I saw that I was missing that many.
The first half when they was jacking, even when they was getting wide open looks and was missing them, I'm like, dude, drive the ball in. Dude, drive the ball in. Dude, drive the ball in. I'm like,
But the mindset be when you play in a team that's on fire like that, you feeling your mindset feeling like, man, I gotta match them tit for tat, So it's hard to go to just the drive in the bucket and getting 2, and it just
it's an ulterior. Dude, listen. We all know beyond a shadow of a doubt. All they needed to do was find a way to put Kevin Love, make him play defense in the post, not on the outside, make him play post defense. That takes away that jump shot because it takes energy. That's why they kept backing Portis down and keep backing Lopez down. Can't stop that. You can't stop it. They don't have an answer for that. They're too little inside.
Now, you know what I do, man? When a team, this is my thinking, when a team is shooting like that, I take the second string, the third string players on my bench. If I'm Milwaukee, I go in there when them guys go to shooting them 3, I'm fouling. Hey, I want my guys to specifically come in there and give hard fouls from the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make them something. I got to try something. So I'm going to foul. I'm going to foul them hard. They're going to be scared to shoot the 3. They're going to be like, look, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do something.
You have the boys ready to fight. That's what you going to do. You're going to have them ready to fight. They're going to be coming in like, get out of here with that.
You gotta do something, man. Hey, get up in their face. I mean, grab and pull them. The ref call it. Okay, so be it. It's my second and it's my third string guy. You know what I mean? Maybe you do something to knock them out rhythm. You know what I mean?
That's why I said you slow the game. what you got to do is take them out of their rhythm. That's why you slow the ball. That's why you slow the ball down and dump it in the post. Make them play defense. That takes energy. If you're trying to run and gun with them, you're playing their style of ball. Why are you going? If they're hot, why am I going to play their style of ball and they're hot? Make them do something that they're not doing. That's just me thinking, but I'm just a sideline coach.
Miami shut down the paint on these guys too. And Miami knew that the Bucks weren't hitting their threes, so Miami just pretty much just protected the paint, rebounded. That's all they had to do.
Because Milwaukee made no effort to go to the post. They just made efforts to keep finding ways to jack threes. No, go to the post. Porter showed you they can't stop them. Lopez showed you they can't stop them. Go to the post. It's easy. You're making this game hard and it's easy.
And I feel like this, once you get Adebayo out the center, they really don't have any good rim protectors beyond him.
No.
And the Bucks have to learn to take advantage of things like that.
Exactly. And this is why I stressed early when Giannis was coming out, I'd have him working on at least a 10 to 15-foot jump shot. That way it takes the pressure off of, I got to drive to the basket. I got to drive to the basket. If I learn a 10 to 15-foot jump shot, now you got to come out. You have to. Otherwise, I'm going to keep shooting this until you come out. I'm going to keep knocking this down until you come out. Then when you come out, bingo, now I got you. Now I got driving lanes. Basketball 101. At least in my mind, that's basketball 101.
All right, fellas, turning our attention back out west. The Clippers and the Suns. Clippers, 115. Suns, 110. What's your take on this game?
The LA Clippers came to play basketball. The LA Clippers came to play basketball. I don't think Phoenix anticipated the Clippers to have that much energy. And they came out with a lot of it, especially with Russ. Russ came out just energy. That's what he does. But I'm like, that was a shocker. That was a big shocker. I'm like, okay. We'll see what happens the next set. But that was shocking. I wasn't anticipating that. I know Mike Jones called that one big time.
I did, Thomas. I called that one, man. Me and Jones was talking earlier, man. Phoenix just, to me, doesn't really have anything other than those guys, the starting five on that court, man. You know what I mean? And let's give Lou, man. Let's give Lou some credit, man. The boy, he can coach, man. I think he's a good old coach, man. And when I was speaking about Kawhi earlier, that's where my mind was so disoriented. But man, I was thinking about Kawhi, man. When that boy wants to play at an elite level, you can't do nothing but respect the boy, man, because he gonna get his.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? He was looking like the young Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? And then Russell Westbrook, hey, they let him play the whole game, I believe. They didn't sit him on the bench late or nothing, you know.
They don't have a choice, really, with no Paul George. They don't really have a choice, but
right.
can handle that.
You know, but still, you know, it's been some games they kind of took him out the game, you know, because, you know, I don't know what Lou was thinking, but, you know, Phoenix, man, I don't know, man. It could change. But, man, I just think the Clippers are hot. I think they're a hot team right now. So I think that's going to go down to a 7 or a 6 game.
But if you notice, here's the thing that's got me scratching my head, and it's amazing. All the teams that had the play-in games are winning their first games. It's like, really? That's what we're doing? We gotta get to a play-in so we can get rolling. Then we get rolling, wow, okay. Okay.
Westbrook played 36 minutes, Jones.
Yeah. Okay.
Played some good defense. He also rebounded. He rebounded pretty good. He was close to a triple-double.
Ooh,
he had 10 rebounds. He had 8 assists, and he had 9 points.
Right.
So he was close to a triple-double. But he played some good defense. He made some good he made that block towards the end.
Which is what he does.
And saved the ball.
Yeah. So
threw it off a boy's legs.
And then Gordon, he played pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. He gave him 19 points.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't it be something to see the Clippers and I don't know who plays who next, but wouldn't it be something? I want to see that. I want to see the Lakers and the Clippers. Be honest, I want to see them two go ahead.
Actually, I would like to see the Clippers gonna play like that. I'd like to see them play Sacramento if they survive it.
Well, really, be honest with you, man, I don't see a bad. From the way I seen it, the way these games were kind of tight on the West Coast anyway. Other than the Lakers, man, any of those matchups would be good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's without question. That's definitely facts. Boston just didn't even get tested. Boston didn't even get tested, dude. Come on.
That's going to be a cakewalk. Atlanta has nothing.
Zero.
Nothing.
Zero.
Hey, what your boy used to say, was it Al B. Sure? 0 on the strength.
0 on the strength.
Zero.
Yes, sir. Fellas, looking at in the East, the Philadelphia 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets. As you guys looked at that series, what's your take on that?
This should be the Joel Embiid show, nothing else. This should be the Joel Embiid show because don't get me wrong, Brooklyn is very talented. Brooklyn is setting herself up for a very bright future. But right now, Joel Embiid should dominate this series easily. Easily. There's nothing out there to stop it. This should be a cakewalk for Philly. Should be.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's like we had said earlier in the season that, it basically was down to 3 teams, and that was Milwaukee, Boston, and Philly. And same thing in the playoffs. I mean, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Miami Heat, they doing a little something, but, I still think it comes down to those 3 teams. And ultimately, I think it's going to come down to 2, which is Boston and Milwaukee. That's just my opinion.
But here's an interesting fact that they showed on TV the other night, which kind of blew me away. If it comes down to a series with Miami and Boston, the last 3 times they've met, Miami has taken that series. So I'm like, I don't know what it is with Miami and Boston, but Miami might have Boston's number in the crunch. I don't know. But we'll see what happens.
Well, fellas, sticking here with this Philadelphia 76er game. I don't know if you all saw that highlight. Even James Harden was looking pretty good in that one. James Harden, he crossed somebody over, gave him a step back. And I said, man, somebody need to tell that dude to get back in the game. He got crossed so bad. I think he went home and came back. But James Harden looked real good in that one too. James Harden, he poured in 23 points. So yeah. I'm like you all. I think that this is going to be a cakewalk. I think the Nets will probably get swept in this series. Just don't have enough firepower.
Probably.
And I think this is going to be an easy one. I think they'll be sitting at home waiting on their next opponent.
Yeah, they about to send Brooklyn gone fishing.
Well, fellas, before we go, I want to talk about this new contract extension that Jalen Hurts got. $255 million.
Did he?
And might I add, the contract includes $179 million guaranteed. You think that the Eagles did right by this man?
I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna do. That makes Baltimore in trouble. That's what that makes. That makes problems in Baltimore. That's a heck of a deal he just signed, and I think he is the future of Philadelphia. I guarantee you that. He is it's a good investment for Philly. I like it. Instead of worrying about him every short term, they just gave him a long-term deal, paid him well so that, now you ain't got to worry about, am I going to be Eagle or not, or do I got to go looking elsewhere? Nah, you're an Eagle for a while, dude. So don't even sweat it. Good investment for Philly. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm good with it too, man. When they asked him, when he got a chance to play his rookie year a little bit behind Carson Wentz, when he had the full offseason, they told him to get better. And guess what he did? He got better. He got a heck of a whole lot better. Apparently. So when you ask a player to do certain things and they do it, and then on top of that, he took him to the Super Bowl. Man, you got to pay the guy. And I agree with you, Thomas, man.
It's close.
That gives Baltimore problems. That gives them some problems that they didn't want. I know they sick of hearing that, man. They like, man, what Philadelphia doing?
If they just paid this young cat here that amount of money, and Lamar is a former MVP, unanimous MVP, and you're not going to pay him that kind of money, and that's a problem. Man,
hey, that's 2 contracts. Lamar done seen. Boy, Watson got something nice. Hey, so
that's a problem in Baltimore.
Hey, kudos to your boy agent, man. The black female, man. She went in there and got it done, didn't she?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. But again, Lamar's in trouble. Baltimore's in trouble. If he got that kind of deal, Baltimore's in trouble. Baltimore's in big trouble.
Yeah.
Fellas got a big fight this weekend. Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. I'm telling you guys right now. I looked at both of these fighters, and Ryan Garcia is good, but I think that Tank Davis I give him the edge because I think he's a more polished fighter than Ryan Garcia. But if Ryan Garcia can use his height and if he uses reach and not get caught with anything, I think he might stand a chance. But I'm gonna say Tank Davis is gonna win this one. All right, it's been a real one, fellas. It's been 234 Sports Talk. Want you to push that button, like, subscribe, comment. You can catch us right here on YouTube. You can catch us on Twitter. You can catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on all our socials. But we want you to talk to us. We want you to like and subscribe. We want you to interact with us because that's what it's all about. You talk about it, and we want to talk about it with you. All right, it's been 234 Sports Talk. Till the next time, we out.
Peace.
Peace.